Hello and welcome back to Soniagogy, where we take the mystery out of the subconscious mind and put it into everyday language so you can understand yourself and eventually train yourself. If you're new here, please take a second and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow the channel. It really helps us continue creating content that helps people understand themselves a little better. Now, let's begin. Have you ever noticed that most people don't change their life until there's an emergency? Why is that? Why does it take a divorce, a health scare, losing a job, burning out, or watching a relationship fall apart before someone finally says, okay, something has to change? Now, I've wondered about that for years, and it's happened to me in my past relationships. Now, and I don't think this is because people are lazy or they don't give a crap. So no, not at all. I think it's because we misunderstand what our subconscious is actually trying to do. You see, most of us think our subconscious is trying to make us happy, right? I don't believe that's the first thing. No, I don't think that's its priority. Its first priority is survival. If what you've been doing has kept you alive this long, your SONI, your subconscious operating neural intelligence, which is is a new name change for the ego and your subconscious. And what it's basically telling you is that your subconscious is retrainable. So it doesn't ask, are we fulfilled? It asks, are we here? Think about that for a moment. Someone can complain about their job every Monday for 20 years. Someone can stay in a relationship where they feel unseen. And someone can people please until they're exhausted. And someone can live with anxiety every single day, yet nothing changes. Why? Well, because yesterday looked a lot like today, and today looks a lot like tomorrow. So to your subconscious, that's predictable. And predictable often feels safer, okay? Even when it's painful. Now here's something interesting. Have you ever stayed in a hotel for a few days? The first night, every sound wakes you up. The air conditioner, the elevator, the doors opening and closing, people walking up and down the hallways. But by the third night, you hardly notice any of it. Did the sounds disappear? No. You adapted. Now think about life. How many emotional noises have we adapted to? Stress, criticism, people pleasing, overworking, walking on eggshells, constant worry. Well, at some point they stopped feeling unusual and they simply became normal. Not because they were healthy or because they were, not because they were healthy or because they were familiar. And then one day life changes the rules. The doctor says something you weren't expecting. Your partner says, I'm done. I want a divorce. Your body says, I can't keep doing this because you hit a wall. Now here's the fascinating part. The wall didn't suddenly appear. You've been walking toward it for years. The crisis didn't create the problem. It revealed the problem. Sometimes the wall isn't there to stop you. Sometimes it's there to wake you up. Now, does that mean everyone has to wait for a crisis? No. Some people don't wait. Some people become curious long before life forces them to. They begin asking questions early. Why do I react this way? Why do I keep attracting the same relationships? Why do I always assume the worst? Why do I shut down when someone disagrees with me? Those questions change everything because awareness begins opening the door. But awareness isn't the destination, people. It's the invitation. And this is where so many people stop. They say, I know why I do it. Wonderful. Fantastic. Now what? See, knowing isn't practicing, and knowing isn't rewiring, and knowing isn't becoming. Imagine standing in front of a gym. You know exercise is good for you. You understand this. How muscles grow. You've watched every fitness video on YouTube, but you've never stepped inside of a gym. Would your body change? Of course not. Awareness gives us understanding, right? Practice creates transformation. And that's why in Soniagogy, we don't just teach people to become aware. We tell them how. We teach them how to practice becoming someone different. Really about rediscovering who you are under all that armor that you've put on since you can remember. Why? Because every repetition tells your Soni, this is who we are now. So maybe the real question isn't why does it take crisis for people to change? Maybe the better question is, what am I waiting for? Do I really need life to back me into a corner? Or can I become curious today? Can I begin practicing today? Can I become a person I want to be before pain forces me to be? Because pain can be a teacher, sure, man, absolutely. But it doesn't have to be the only teacher, does it? Curiosity can teach you. Practice can teach you. Awareness can introduce you to the version of yourself you've never met before. And thank you for spending this time with me. If today's conversation resonated with you, please give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who may need to hear it. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Now, here's my question for you. What finally caused you to make a major change in your life? Was it pain? Was it curiosity? Or are you still waiting for that moment, that sign, or when you have time to do something about it? So until next time, keep noticing, keep practicing, and remember, awareness opens the door. Practice it, practice will walk you through it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.